That is very, very unfortunate that Judge Nwamanya has overturned, Judge Namanya has cancelled the election of Honorable Nalukola. That goes further to show you the rottenness of this regime. You remember when Nalukola won on all polling stations, he took pressure to announce him as a winner, even when it was clear he won at all polling stations. And then to gazette him alone, he took pressure still. To swear him in, he was sworn in unprecedentedly in the office of the Speaker and all that. This shows you how much our institutions have been muzzled by the regime. We went to court, but we know the case was clear. Unfortunately, it has further exposed the judicial system in Uganda, because it was not us, it was not the election on trial, it was the courts on trial, and it exposed itself. Of course, Museveni was so hurt by this defeat in Kawempe. He invested a lot of money, taxpayers' money, lots of billions, lots of violence were unleashed on our people, but we still beat him. What has been done by Judge Namanya does not stop us. He might nullify the election of Honorable Nalukola, but he cannot change the hearts of the people of Uganda, and he cannot stop them from wanting change. We are, of course, going to appeal, but should the Court of Appeal, also be unjust, we are more than happy to go to the people of Kawempe once again, because they said it once, they will say it again and again and again. This only shows how rotten the systems are, but also it goes further to show you that the power of the people overrides all that. We are confident that the people elected Honorable Nalukola, and they would elect him again and again and again.
Lily, we've got the news of cancellation of the position of Member of Parliament for Kawempe North. It's really absurd. We are wondering how the judge has handled this case. I don't think that he has listened to other people. I don't think that he had assessors around him to really assist him on how to carry out his judgment. To me, I think the judgment has been still young to be brought out by a senior judge to say that Nalukola participated, like there are issues which never moved on well during the elections. Nalukola, during the campaigns, we all witnessed Nalukola was tortured, Nalukola was beaten. We also witnessed people being beaten. We also witnessed people kicking the ballot box. And at the end of it, and all these people are from the ruling party. And at the end of it, you can't say that leaking of votes was done by Nalukola. That one really, to me, as the chairman of the Democratic Party, who believes in democracy, I can't concur with the judgment made today and the orders by the judge. I can't concur with the judge and the orders which have been made today. But I can give a small advice to my brother, Councillor Nalukola, that let him make an appeal. Let him make an appeal, and I can also urge the people of Kawempe to stay calm as we wait for the appeal and the results of the appeal. I think what they did was from their heart. So even if they say that we are going to have re-elections, they will still do the same. They will still do what is on their heart.
Kumbi is my name. I'm the Deputy Mayor, Kawempe Division Urban Council, and I was the proposer of Honorable Elias Nalukola Luyimbazi to the point when he was actually nominating. After the judge people confiscating his documents of registration, which had already, the file which had organized from his official agent, who was Mr. Charles Serubiri, who is the Deputy Speaker of Kawempe Division Urban Council. Then afterwards, we arranged and prepared for new nomination forms, and we filled which actually Nalukola based on to nominate. And nobody who is saying that he was in this country who never saw how Nalukola was ill-treated in that election by state operatives, especially the JAT, the military, and all other state organs which are security related. And the candidate who actually filed a court case, who is Nambi Farida, is of the NRM party, which is owning state machinery, which actually disorganized the whole election, and basing on the judgment that what we have seen in the judgment, that the judge based on is the missing of, or the non-counting of votes from 2 polling centers, that is of Kawempe Mbogo and Kazangola, which are actually 14 polling stations, which she claimed that maybe if Atoli had got all those votes from those polling stations, she could win. Yet, in the whole of the 197 polling stations, out of those that were counted, less than 14, there's no even one polling station where Nambi Farida actually won. Therefore, it could not be magic that he could win only in Mbogo and Kazangola without Nalukola getting a vote from there. So all the excuses that are actually being raised are immaterial, and I implore, I call upon His Excellency, the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who went to the bush because of vote stealing, vote rigging, but he's doing the same as he did it with his electoral commission in Kayunga, and declaring somebody who had never won. And this is what actually is doing for the Kawempe people, because because Nambi had already had no interest in filing the case, but the president said that as NRM, as a party, we shall file the case whether you are out or not. So Nambi was forced to file, basing on the pressure that was mounted on her by the party chairperson, who is the president of this country. And lastly, much as we are looking at all of these unfairness done, we still have hope from our MP to instruct his councils to file an appeal to stay the execution of the judgment that has been entered today. So we expect that and maybe clearly I'm showing the disappointment of the Kawempe people for the ill treatment of their elected members of parliament. The first was Sajirinya, who was arrested, incarcerated for over 2 years. He called for his human right to go out of prison for treatment, but the state refused until they released him when he was totally down, then causing him to die without even representing his people. Now the new MP that has been elected, they are also playing the same tricks to actually not to enable him to represent the people of Kawempe. The same is applicable to Kawempe South, where the MP who is not in prison was taken in the hands of the NRM, and he is not representing the people. So he is disenfranchising the Kawempe people by not allowing their MPs to represent them in the parliament.